want you close, maybe hold your hand a little while. Somehow I know you're gonna be the girl that I'll end up calling my own. We ride around in style, sleeves rolled up, glasses on, and then you make that style.
This is Nick from Coachmen. He's the GM of the Class B division, and he's been good enough to give us some time today to walk us through one of the really popular and hugely watched videos, the coachmennova. It's on a Ram Promaster chassis. That's the big thing. Yep. So, Nick, thanks again for spending some time with us today. Really appreciate that. Let's do it as a quick walk around. One thing we want to talk about is the generator. This is not a lithium-equipped one, so you can hear and see the difference there. Maybe we'll jump inside. It's pretty warm out here today, and we got the AC running, so we can demonstrate that for you versus the 12 volt that you saw on the transit base beyond video, which is pretty cool. So just give us a quick tour on the outside. What's going on?
Absolutely.
And thanks for joining us today.
Hey, no problem. Happy to be here. I love this chassis. It fits me perfect. I'm 6 foot, a little wide. I walk in here, I can tell it's a little wider than the Ford Transit chassis. For those folks that really like popping out to the country and popping back into town, really good vehicle here, really good turning radius. We touched on the 35 degrees. And you're gonna see the Nova here with some upgraded rims and tires. They're not quite your BF Goodrich, but we went as high end as we can here locally with the Firestones. We've had very good luck there. Again, that's an upgrade, gives it that little beefier look. Nice clean running board, simple, not fiberglass. It's not gonna chip, it's not gonna break. So we really like that. And you hear a little sputter in the background. And it's not a bad muffler of the van. That is the Onan generator.
That's one of the great things I love about this with the Nova is these acrylic windows.
So we chose, there's a couple different brands. There's a Dometic. These come from overseas. True Caravan market. We've got 4 closure points. We do remind you, as Scott mentioned, you'll do it once and you won't do it now. If you really have a problem with this, you can zip tie these closed. You can zip tie the latch through the hole around the shock. Don't latch it down, but just something to go, why did I lock that? Oh, because I keep on. We've replaced a couple. We're gonna trust you that we can learn from a mistake once. I'm not trying to be rude or anything. It's just we don't want to screw them shut. We want the window to be there. It's functional. Cross breeze is about 70% of the time. That's when you get the true enjoyment. You talked about that. Air conditioners off, windows are open, screen doors are open, and you're getting the natural breeze coming through.
Yeah, and they're just thickness.
Yep. So
clarity,
you can see.
clear.
Yep. You can see my finger, and you can see my other finger. So you've got 3/4 of an inch there. There's an R value there that you don't get with other single pane windows. And then this behind. While I'm not completely 100% thrilled with the pattern, it's the effectiveness. You've got a built-in to the interior screen garnish is this solar reflective material that's on every window, and that is such a plus. We were talking about the windows in the Beyond. What a big benefit having this incorporated right into the window. And they're very easy to operate, very lightweight, and again, awning style. So that rain you can have these windows open in the rain. Very positive. I wish I could put this in everything we build. It just might not make as much sense. When we do cut these out, that was one of my inhibitions about cutting into the chassis. We do treat the cuts with a rust preventative paint. Insert the windows, and they've been fantastic.
Truma again, right?
Yep, Truma again. Again, the 110 outlet with GFI. You got your Truma. Now, with the Nova, here you can hear the muffler a little bit stronger on the driver's side. On the Nova, we give you standard roof rack and bike rack. Ladder. And again, just a little more. Some people call the Nova our bottom end. No, it's not the bottom end. It is another chassis in our lineup. And again, all of our vans are about 80% to 85% the same content throughout the build. So if I'm buying a Nova from Coachmen Class Bs, I'm feeling a heck of a lot better than buying a buying a Dodge product from somebody else, because that thing is built just like this one, and we're talking about a $70,000 price gap here, maybe 50, depending on what options. We talked. Yep.
So this is for the.
Yep, and this is. Yep. So this is something that you and I kind of, when we ran into each other, you were kind of looking at me like, what's going on here, Nick? You got two.
And then gray over here.
Yes. So we do have gray that comes in from the bath, but one of the things about Travato that the rear bath, they dropped that rear tank so low. And one thing about those people that had the rear bath Travato floor plan, they said, look, man, if you could address that. Why does that tank, this is our most rearward point. This is what's going to be dragging. This is what's going to be hitting. So we split it. We got a small gray, dedicated black, and we got a mid gray. Okay, so we split the tanks. Might be viewed as a little bit of inconvenience, but I'd rather dump two tanks than pick one big tank up off the road. That's just our thoughts on it, and that's feedback, just feedback. Here's the same thing that we saw on the Beyond, very similar. And then we've got our 30 amp cord, solar connector, and our spray port. Sewer hose, exhaust, running board, roof rack again. Come on in. So the 20 RB Nova. Yep. Maple, again, very popular color for us. Cashmere furniture, cashmere accents. Again, USB-C. We don't buy this with this in it. We buy this and then we screw that in. It makes it easier. Little residential touches. Again, USB, double touch, night light, reading light, off. Notice this, we've got, let's say for some reason you want to sleep head there, feet here. You can take your TV, put it back here, or you can have your TV where it comes from the factory. The one thing that I am so proud about in this van is this little cabinet right here. You got your trash can drawer. It's the only rear bath in the business that's got a trash can drawer. You got a couple maybe remote control, keys, whatnot. Again, one of the biggest complaints on the 20RB, but this is a design feature for Windows, is the small fridge. If we can figure out a way to put a big fridge in a rear bath, I think somebody might be onto something. Here you can see again, the Q foam really sits nice. It's a really good balance. Again, we struggled with that for a long time. Scott, you see the Coleman Mont 10 above. Rear bath, Truma ducts in the rear bath, and we did some things a little bit different here, Scott. The Travato, and again, #1 selling Class B in the country. I'm not knocking it, I'm just telling the differences. 3-piece shower. 3-piece shower in a van, kind of loud. We went the fiberglass 1-piece shower. I really like our flip down sink. I know you touched on it, I don't know about flip down sink, but I love our flip down sink. We get it from the same company we get our windows. It's a little wider. It's got a better channeling for quick draining versus the slower sinks. Yep. You got your curtain, an exhaust fan. Now, this is a question we get a lot. Why don't you put an exhaust fan like this next to your side mounted bathrooms in your other floor plans? The reason why we don't do that is because by code, that exhaust fan has to be a certain distance away from the black pipe, your exhaust from your septic. So I don't know how other manufacturers are getting away with it. I don't like violating RVA code violations, and I'm going to continue to be in my job and not have RVA code violations. So, but one benefit, ceiling fan up front and a dedicated ceiling fan in the bathroom. One other thing, Scott, and you know, I love the rear bath floor plan. You see them everywhere, but you know, I don't know, even when I was in shape a long time ago, if I want this wall not to be here, I feel very fine. I don't care if I'm a bodybuilder or what. I don't know that I not want this wall here. This is okay to see what's going on, and if they want to see my knees, that's great. Let the rest be mine. And what we're getting at here is, you know, the Winnebago and even the Thor products, let's say. You know, now that Thor's coming along and copying a lot of Winnebago stuff, you know, even they leave this whole wide open bathroom. We got the screen, which is nice. And then by building these partition walls, we're giving you storage on the back side. We do a canister shower curtain as well, or shower door.
Yeah, this is cool.
Yep, so instead of that wood door hitting the ABS shower, it's all self-contained,
That's a good example
antimicrobial.
of how large this bathroom is from a functionality standpoint.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not giant, but you're
Nope,
not
nope.
petite either. So
Yep.
this is.
And I'm 6 foot on a good day, so somebody 6'2", 6'3", can easily manage back here.
And I think the shower curtain on a rail makes a giant difference versus the snap up you got to deal with all the time, which
Yep.
makes some of the other showers not so great.
Yep.
To protect this beautiful cabinetry,
Yep.
which is, I just love this shelf
Oh yeah.
here, which is just so smart.
Yep.
Um,
Dual purpose. So
Dual purpose.
Yep. If you want to, we can. If we're just going out camping, you don't need hanging clothes. Load it up with towels, etc. If you're going on a work trip, Scott, throw a couple shirts in there. But really well put together.
Yeah.
Lagoon.
so 2 twin beds, can they be brought together? Or are they?
We're not going to do that yet.
Okay.
I don't want to do that yet. Here's the thing.
Which I think is fine.
This is 2 old hippies that want to go enjoy the day, hold hands at night, but want to be able to get out and go to the restroom. If you fill this in, it gets real complex to go to the bathroom because you're going to have to bottom scoot reverse against the sleeping grain and get your way in here, or if you're the guy, you're just going to go open the door and go to the bathroom outside. So, you know, it's something we're taking a hard look at. We don't offer seatbelts in here. One of the reasons is I never want children. I'm forcing this, okay? So if you want kids to ride here, I wouldn't even do that with seatbelts because the last thing I want is a 3 to 8 year old. Now, if an adult wants to sit here without seatbelts, that's great. But I do not want our children, our customers' children, ever to have an opportunity to do so. And we carry this all the way up into Galleria. I only do child restraint seats on the second row, nothing in the rear, because I want those kids closest to the front. Parents, airbags, safety equipment up front.
That's great.
Yep. Now we might lose a couple deals because of that.
The Galley, so kind of a similar situation, so induction. The true tank, we talked about that a little bit. I love this. Somebody pointed out, and I didn't really catch this, that your sink is under-mounted versus kind of going over. This is very
Correct.
residential. in
Makes it
nature.
easy to clean.
Yeah.
Makes it easy to clean.
Super easy.
You know, dish storage, high-rise faucet. One of the neatest thing I like to do with my kid is we love eating crab legs. Well, how are you going to get a pot into a Dometic sink that's this high and square? And then in the olden days, not 5 years ago, you had that little Dometic faucet and you couldn't even get a Yeti cup under there to fill up. So again, bringing in residential features that she has at home, we want to have this feature pack for her.
So the cab seats spin around here,
Yep.
and table goes
Correct.
here, so you can have an eating area.
Correct.
If you want to use Lagoon table, it's probably the more practical
Correct.
way to do this.
Storage cubbies below.
Yeah.
And then these cushions, they can be as a pillow wedge, right, for sleeping, or you just continue to move it around wherever you're going to sit and wherever your back's going to be. Comfies that up quite a bit. 2 Firefly controls, which is very convenient. Again, smart TV, and just a nice little value package. this product's growing on the whole team quite a bit. There's something about this little ProMaster that we're falling in love with.
Yeah, I'm in agreement.
And it's crazy how different. I'm trying to imagine myself back here by your stuff in your rear drawers. That van seems very big. Very big, and we're even lighter colors in here.
Yeah.
So that floor plan's pretty cool.
I store a lot of stuff in my garage. My grill, extra water. Where do people put things in a floor plan like this?
Typically, everything's going to be back here in the fiberglass. They'll put a little towel down, load it up back here. When they are stopped stationary and going to take the shower, they will unload most of that material by the door or under the chassis, and then use this back again for a shower. But great question. Great question. Where we're finding it, majority is back here. Absolutely.
So capacities on tank?
30-gallon fresh, 13, could be 12 black.
Well, Nick, thank you again for this awesome tour.
No problem.
And
Well, we appreciate you, and great running into you at Tampa, and thank you.
This
Thank you.
is
You're
just,
being well received.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Yep.
So, comment below, subscribe, and thumb up for Coachman,
Yep.
the Nova, and Nick.
Thank you, folks, very much.